I've bumped into the tenant on numerous occasions. The first one got a bit heated. We were talking, and he turned around and was like, it's your fault for letting me the property. So at which point I kind of, I became quite angry. I turned to him and I was like, what about the money? He's like, forget about the money, you're not going to get it. And actually, to be quite honest with you, he was like, after what happened, I was going to go upstairs and I was going to trash the place. I was going to take the whole kitchen out. I was going to destroy it. I had to restrain myself.
Nightmare tenants come from all walks of life. A fact that one young couple have learnt the hard way. Sasha Charles from Landlord Advice UK is heading to court. Today he's hoping to win a possession order against a tenant who hasn't paid any rent for 4 months. For the landlords, it's not a moment too soon.
The landlord's got a mortgage to pay on this investment property, a mortgage to pay on his own home, and no rental income coming in to pay for the mortgage.
Owed £7,600 in back rent, the landlords are only just managing to cover their 2 mortgages. With no rent coming in, they could face losing one or both properties.
Today, he's seeking for an order to evict the tenant and to claim for the rent. So the landlord's very nervous, and of course I'm nervous for them, because if they don't obtain the possession order today, then the landlord could face repossession.
Sasha's nervous clients are newlyweds Ahmed and Nujad Akati. Keen to build up a nest egg, they invested their savings in a 1-bedroom rental flat in the same block as their own apartment. And initially, their tenant, who drives a Maserati and wears an expensive watch, seemed exactly what the couple were hoping for.
The first thing you notice is his car and watch, and we start to talk about it like he looks like someone can afford to pay for his rent.
But appearances can be deceptive, and with the rent set at £1,900 a month, Ahmed insisted on further proof of income.
He showed me his bank account statements that had, considerable sums of money in them. It didn't appear that he would in any way not be able to afford his rent.
To date, only 1 month's rent has actually been paid by their supposedly wealthy tenant. 4 months on, Ahmed and Nujad still haven't received a single penny more. To cap it all, the tenant has even suggested they actually pay him to leave.
He insinuated that we would need to return his 6 weeks deposit and the 1 month rent that he gave us in the beginning for him to vacate. I mean, can you believe the audacity?
It doesn't help that their tenant is a neighbour.
It is very awkward.
It's awkward and uncomfortable feeling.
It is. I think it would be easier if there was a bit of distance where we wouldn't have to encounter him on a daily basis.
It's reached crisis point for the newlyweds. Not only have they had to cancel their honeymoon, but also borrow money from relatives. Today, they're meeting Sasha at court, hoping they can get their flat back.
Literally, if I had not been able to borrow money from family, I would have defaulted. This is going to haunt me for probably another 18 months, financially.
I'm stressing out all the time.
Yeah.
I just want him to leave.
Yeah, me too. The quicker he leaves, the quicker we can rent it out again, and the quicker we can get back to normal. And I think that's the most important thing for us.
I'm really nervous. I just want this to be over. I can't wait for this to be over. I just want to breathe.
Sasha fills in his clients on what to expect.
I'm okay, thanks yourself.
Pleasure.
Good morning. So your court hearing's at 10:30.
Yeah.
The defendants haven't filed a defence.
Okay.
They could turn up today and they could attempt to submit a defence last minute, so it's not guaranteed.
Wow. I'm not even thinking about that right now.
I'm really nervous because I think he's gonna try to do things even in the last minute.
And if he does show up, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know how I'd feel, to be quite honest.
Luckily for Ahmed and Nujid, their tenant is a no-show, and the couple win their possession order.
Yeah, really well. Really, really well. I think we got everything we were looking for. So, yeah, happy days.
I'm really, really glad and happy. Finally, we're like really so close to be over this nightmare.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I'm really happy.
Their tenant now has 14 days to leave the property.
Leave the tenant be until the 14 days pass. Once the 14 days pass, you can then again check if the properties are vacant or not. If not, we'll be in contact to arrange the bailiffs for physical eviction.
Yeah, I want to watch this. I want to enjoy watching this. Why not?
Thank you very much for your help. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
In London, Ahmed and Nujid are still battling their high-rolling tenant. Owed nearly £8,000 in rent, the relationship is already fraught between the Arkatis and their tenant. But since the possession order was granted, the situation has become a whole lot worse.
I've bumped into the tenant on numerous occasions. The first one got a bit heated. We were talking and you know, he turned around and was like, you know, it's your fault for letting me the property. So at which point I kind of, you know, I became quite angry. You know, I turned to him and I was like, what about the money? He's like, forget about the money, you're not gonna get it. And actually, to be quite honest with you, he was like, you know, after what happened, I was gonna go upstairs and I was gonna trash the place. I was gonna take the whole kitchen out. I was gonna destroy it. I had to restrain myself.
In West London, the Arkatis have won a possession order against their sports car driving tenant. But 2 days before the order comes into force, he disappears.
I went downstairs and I actually found the tenant had vacated the apartment and was ready to leave.
Despite the tenant's earlier threats, thankfully the flat is still in one piece.
I was happy as soon as I came in. Structurally, it was sound, so I didn't really, it was a relief.
The flat may be okay, but the couple have still lost thousands of pounds in back rent and legal fees. So it's essential the property now starts generating income.
It's really, really important that we get this rented out as soon as possible. You know, every day that it's unoccupied, it's costing us money, money that we don't have. So, yeah, it is a lot of money, yeah.
With the apartment back in their hands, the couple can finally move on and maybe even save up enough to go on their long-delayed honeymoon.
How do you like this?